This is Sarah Good. She was one of the first witches to be executed. Her family was poor and homeless, and therefore were reduced to begging for food and shelter. Good's difficult life left her appearing old and filthy and with a bad temper. The first accused of witchcraft were older women who fit the archetype of a witch. They were often deformed and ugly, and who acted in a manner that was different to what was generally accepted, and therefore had a questionable reputation. The trials reflected this familiar trend of society's inability to accept those who are different. Often Good swore in anger when people of the town refused to help her and her family. Residents claimed she was swearing curses of revenge that would then cause all of their cattle to catch disease and their crops to die. Residents were under the delusion that Sarah Good and all other witches on Earth were responsible for human problems such as disease and death, and therefore if they rid the world of witches, they'd rid the world of all problems. Good often publicly expressed anger. However, women were supposed to be soft-spoken and well-mannered and not express themselves. Good was accused of witchcraft along with two other women, Tituba and Sarah Osborne.
Yes?
Good neighbors, please do not ignore my sufferings. I've come here for a little morsel of food for my daughter and my husband.
Charles? I'm sorry, we cannot help you.
Yes, we really can't help you.
Only the Lord knows your cruelties.
It's time for you to leave.
Now.
Sarah Good has been brought here before the court to be judged for her sins. By rejecting the moral principles of self-control and discipline and falling into the devil's evil temptation, she chose to torment these children instead of aiding them towards Christ's path of salvation. Please bring in Sarah Good.
Help! She's working sorcery! Help me! Oh Lord, help!
That's enough. Please call forth the first witness.
I've seen that woman at night, and she's a witch all right. And I've seen things, evil things, no Christian woman ought to see. I looked out my window just 2 weeks ago before they took her in, and I saw her flying through the sky on a devil's broomstick, going to meet one of the other two, I presume. Well, right then I wanted to scream as loud as I possibly could, but I'd wake the children. Oh, it was so awful.
Okay, thank you, madam. Sarah Good, do you claim this to be true?
I ain't a witch, and I ain't never went flying on a broomstick. Guilty. I'll tell you who the real witch is. Osborne and that African. I'd like to see them hanged.
You may be dismissed. Now bring forth the second accused.
It's true. The devil came to me, and Good and Osborne were there too. They forced me to write my name down in a book. The devil's book.
You may be dismissed. Do you, Sarah Good, confess to meeting with these other women to worship the devil?
No! Didn't you hear what I said?
Let's bring forth our next witness to prove whether this woman lies through the eyes of her own flesh and blood. William and the young Dorothy Good, please come to the stand.
I can't be sure, but she's been acting strange lately, whispering and chanting all the time, telling me the devil could help us through these hard times. She's lost her wits. Seems like he's winning over her. And just the other day, I saw a mark on her, a big dark mark under her elbow. I'm sure I did. If she's got the mark, I'm sure she's done it. I think she did it.
I saw Mama talking to him. He was tall and big and black like night, and there were other women there too, and they were all whispering, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. I was so scared.
All right, the jury, upon hearing all the given evidence, has reached the conclusion that Good is both guilty of such crimes and worthy of hanging. Her execution will take place as soon as her child is born. With God's help, it will avoid the evils within her. This trial is adjourned.